the south out my city, you probably wouldn't make it. Oh yeah, yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam. I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day. I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertips like I'm Thanos, knocking doors down, no bangles. Without a Kango, tailor-made. Walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a coca key. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser. I know you need it, smoking out the competition, pouring up, we undefeated. What you heard, let's you heard, we eating, talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad. Pull it like parades on parades, extra with the slab. Pay what it cost for the tab, extra with the band. Young Cripple King, better add extra on the. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra.
It's week 15 of the NFL. And up next, we'll see Jalen Hurts. After his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Eagles and the Commanders coming up next.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they're hot as can be. Winners of 8 of their last 9 games.
I don't know if you'd call this start a surprise exactly, but they've proven that they're going to be able to stand toe-to-toe with anybody.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And a look here at the veteran under center, their 7th-year quarterback.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
First down, they'll start out with Akers. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4. And it was Washington winning on the road, so they're looking to finish off the sweep here at FedEx Field. On 2nd and 9, Jones got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there, and give them a first. Jones. Looking deep downfield. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Eagles are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for a Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
Quick throw, and it's caught by Gallup. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rally to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, got to carry the ball. How about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. The numbers for Sanders last week, 18 carries, 113 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync. And that bodes well this late in the season.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Hurts. He's going to find Gallup here complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, but his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Hurts to throw, and he fires one incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
After the encroachment penalty, here's 2nd and 5. Play action. Here's Hurts. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 4 on the yard. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Let's go.
Right back to Sanders on first down. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Chase Young racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Which was part of the reason they lost last week. They didn't have a single sack, but they changed that record.
It's something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure, power in and get to the quarterback. Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
They're dependable and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Second down and 4. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. So a great start. They force the turnover on the other side and then take it down the field on their first drive and finish it off with a short touchdown run.
Nice and efficient, excellent job blocking, finds the gap and barrels into the end zone. Great way to finish off that drive.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll go again here with Akers. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now this defense for the Eagles, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
Well, let's face it, when you hold someone to just 6 points in a game, the feeling that you have among your team is that you're not going to lose very many of those. That's the way to get it done.
2nd quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Now Jones. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 39. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A give running right is Akers. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Holding offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
Oh, no doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
Washington going to send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
You're exactly right. I would say they contained him very well. And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 44 yards.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Hurts. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he's going to be stopped close to the 1st down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 20-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your games. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he is going to have the Eagles' 1st down. Maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Hey, check that.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 9 yards on the 1st down. Keeper it at 2nd and 1.
Check. Roll.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run with Sanders. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That swung out wide to Sanders. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
Well, it was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind they the game plan here as well.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. This is a 26-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And partner, I'm going to make a quick pivot here and ask you to play general manager. It's well documented they're last in the league in offense, number 32. What changes might they make?
And this is where you have to be almost like a chess master as a general manager, because you have a few things at your disposal that you need to use. Obviously the draft, free agency, maybe you can make some trades, but also look at your practice squad. Have you been grooming players to promote and give them an opportunity to play as well? That way you start to supplement as well as replace guys that need it.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fielded at the 33. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. On 1st down, Hurts. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
So far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
So first thing that crosses my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, they certainly knew their challenges. This series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And that says, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
A lot of incompletions on first and second down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
Here's Jones on third down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, and it's the Giants who are out in front in the second quarter. 2 touchdown passes there for Russell Wilson. From there, we head over to the West Coast. Check out the Niners at home at Levi Stadium. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. 2 touchdown passes there for Dak Prescott. Finally, let's get over to Inglewood. See what's happening with the Chargers at home at SoFi Stadium. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. Keenan Allen, a touchdown reception. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Eagles. And there were a few factors as to why they built this good size advantage, but the rushing numbers were not all that amazing. We'll see if they can pick it up in the second half. Meanwhile, for Washington, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Both teams currently making their final adjustments. We're getting ready for the second half. So we'll send it back up to FedEx Field and hand things back over to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. They'll look to throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sanders. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. An option handoff given to Sanders. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 45 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And that is incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Running right, here's Sanders. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down moment. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
He'll look to throw. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th.
Thanks to his effort, they now have a big choice to make here. He just ran them in the field goal range with that one, so here come the choices. Do they kick it here, or do they trust him to make another big play and possibly get a first down?
On to sneak, it's Hurts. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Throwing, Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
But we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
Jones on first down. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
From the 27, Jones. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Jones. And he will find his man on the outside. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The kick by Parkey is good, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, you need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself, because I thought in this situation, they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll run. It's Sanders. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Well, Parker, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Trying to take off the long way. It'll be 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, they'll even try to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing is Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 35. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Hurts to throw. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be brought down at the 27. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
He's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter.
Ready?
They'll go again with Sanders. 57 yards rushing for him now to this point. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. We'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Elliott is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Jones. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal, don't necessarily need a touchdown. They'll run on first down with Akers. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety and being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Jones throw taken in by Slayton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Once again, he finds Slayton. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Washington on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first. Job one to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big third down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a two-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be upped, and what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the first down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. And the defender right there with him will force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. They go play action with Hurts. Looking here for Smith downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Okay,
So
ready?
2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Three.
Another run here with Sanders. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they take a knee. Second and 11 now. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 4th?
I don't. I run the football. I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't have any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Hurts down to one knee, and that should just about do it.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural. But I
like where we're going with this. You say one to represent, like the best player of all of that. And I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for the Eagles, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Washington, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings.